The weather is brought to you in part by the Water and Sewerage Authority. Water, use what you need.
The meteorological drought warning continues across Trinidad and Tobago through this March. Now, we often talk about the Piti Karam, which is that short dry period in the middle of the wet season, but it does have a cousin, its bigger cousin, called a Gro Karam, which is basically the larger dry spell, and this is usually the period after Lent that contains the dry season, and it begins on Ash Wednesday, and it's marked by hot, dry conditions until the wet season begins. And obviously we've been feeling that over the last few weeks, and that is set to continue with a very dry, stable air across the Atlantic. Not much in terms of moisture is expected, only the possibility of maybe a few clouds developing by the end of the working week as we get towards the weekend. So there's some hope for a few showers, but again, most of those showers will be few and far between, mostly across the northern part of the Windward Islands, and some of that drifting into Trinidad and Tobago. But overnight, mostly clear, just occasional clouds and maybe the passing shower. Thursday morning as well will be mostly sunny and breezy, just the odd shower coming across the hillsides, and this will be your lot as you go through the afternoon. For eastern areas of Trinidad, the usual morning showers are likely in the early part of your day out towards Beach into Sangre Grande. Some dampness will be like on the ground as you start your morning, but overall most areas will be mostly sunny, just the occasional clouds passing through as you go through your afternoon for both north as well as South Trinidad. Just occasional clouds for San Fernando, maybe a sprinkle across those parts of the central range. Temperature-wise, looking at a mild 23 degrees Celsius tonight for Trinidad, 24 in Tobago, 30 the high in Tobago tomorrow, and about 32 expected in Trinidad. If you notice that there is some moisture around on Friday, but mostly general types of cloudiness around, the possibility of a few showers is there, but again, it's a low chance. And then on Saturday and Sunday, the sunshine will return in earnest, especially around Trinidad. So we're looking at 32 degrees Celsius through the next few days into the weekend, and possibly 22 degrees Celsius by nightfall on Saturday. Heading offshore, the moderate easterly winds continue at 50 knots. There's a few whitecaps around, but nothing major there. Just a slight chop around the Caribbean, 1.5 meters, 2 meters stretching out in the Atlantic, and easterly swells of 9 seconds continue through Thursday. And if you are heading out, you have the high tide at 4:45 a.m. The next one is at 4:45 p.m. Now for the Eastern Caribbean, it has remained mostly settled and dry. We've lost some of the Saharan dust across the Leeward Islands. Up towards the north, we have another frontal system there, which is basically set to linger across Cuba as they go through the next few days. Possibility of a bit of cloudiness developing, maybe a few showers as well for eastern areas in particular, maybe coming into Haiti, maybe the hills around the Dominican Republic, but overall mostly settled skies there. We talked about Antigua and St. Kitts losing the Saharan dust. They emerge into brighter sunshine through Thursday. A few clouds as well down towards Dominica and St. Lucia. Some of that stretching into Barbados as well as into St. Vincent. But St. George's and much of Grenada should be mostly sunny. And Georgetown, hazy at first, maybe a few clouds, a passing shower, but overall fair skies there as well. For us, mostly sunny and just a stray shower. So that's your weather, and that's it from me.
The weather was brought to you in part by the Water and Sewerage Authority. Water, use what you need.